How's it going, guys? I'm Connor from Running Warehouse. I'm here with Bob Fay, footwear merchandiser at ASICS, and today we are going to be taking a deep dive into the new ASICS METASPEED Edge Plus. Now, Bob, it wasn't that long ago that we saw the birth of the METASPEED series. It really kind of set the bar in that super shoe world and showed that ASICS could build a shoe that was basically best in class. Now we've got the new Edge Plus. Tell us what the inspiration was for this shoe and really what's going to set it apart from that last version.
Yeah, in terms of kind of the constant focus on innovation at ASICS, we have an entire organization called the Institute of Sports Science. And there they're diving into the nitty-gritty of our athletes and figuring out what is going to work best for them. And along the way, they found there's kind of two distinct runners within our athlete roster, right? One who kind of lengthens their stride to go faster, one who speeds up their cadence. And so we built a shoe for each in the Sky and the Edge. And then going from version 1 to now the Plus, we want to focus on how do we continue to tweak that formula, how do we evolve for more bounce, more cushioning, more propulsion at equal or less weight. And that's what we've delivered here today.
Yeah, well, first on up, we'll talk about the midsole. It's what really set the first version apart, and now we continue to have that FlyteFoam turbo, but there's a new setup. Can you tell us about the midsole?
Yeah, really excited here with the Edge. So the first version was kind of the lower stack, but here we've increased this to the World Athletics max stack height in the rear foot and have a higher offset. We've also repositioned the plate so it sits kind of higher in the heel and drops down lower in the forefoot. What that allows for is more foam under the ball of the foot and a plate lower to the ground for that athlete who spends less time in the loading phase of their gait cycle.
Perfect. Well, the midsole really is kind of the big change with this shoe. It's what's going to create a lot of those performance benefits. But moving on down to the outsole, we've got a fairly similar design to the last version. Can you talk to us about that rubber layout and potentially the new net bases in this shoe?
Yeah, ASICS grip outsole, so increased kind of that coverage on the lateral side, just focusing on durability and smoothness through the forefoot, and then opening up that forefoot base net, giving you a little bit of lateral flare to really guide you in and get you into your next foot strike.
And what are the athletes kind of feeling with this wider net base? How does that kind of create potentially a smoother ride, or what does the underfoot experience feel like?
Yeah, with that lateral flare and open forefoot, they're really finding that that throws them to the ball of the foot quicker and gets them more efficient through the gait cycle.
Perfect. Now, going on up to the upper, this is really going to wrap the shoe all together. We've got a new design. With uppers, it's always kind of a fine line, especially with a marathon shoe, of going light but having enough support to go the distance. How do you accomplish that here with the Edge?
Yeah, that's where this new patented technology, Motion Wrap, comes into play. So shared with the Sky Plus, this material is engineered to zones of structure through the midfoot, around kind of the toes, and then really open and breathable across the top of the foot.
Well, Bob, big updates here with the Edge Plus, more stack height, that same FlyteFoam turbo that people have come to know and love. And now I really feel like I'm going to have to try out the Sky and Edge side by side to see which one works best for me. It really probably will come down to personal preference, which shoe is best for you on race day. But if you're looking to get the Edge on your feet, when can you have it?
Yeah, you'll see this colorway launching in July around the World Athletic Championships, which we're partnered with in Eugene, Oregon.
Perfect. If you're looking to get a pair for yourself, you can find it here at Running Warehouse.